Welcome to another episode of Blacktop Legends, where the people building the asphalt industry share how it's really done. Some companies talk about growth, others go out and build it. Today we're joined by Adrian and Arlun, brothers and owners of Burnaby Blacktop, based in Burnaby, British Columbia, in Canada. They've built one of the largest paving operations in Vancouver, Lower Mainland, working across residential, commercial, municipal, and industrial projects, serving municipalities, property managers, developers, landowners, and homeowners. And this isn't just volume, it's about recognition.
They've also been voted the #1 paving contractor in Vancouver several times, and that doesn't happen by accident. But we'll get into that. This is a company built on consistency, capacity, and a reputation for getting the job done right, with multiple crews, a full-service operation, and a team that continues to push forward. In this episode, we're getting into what it really takes to build something at that level, from the early grind to scaling crews and equipment, to operating at a high level day in and day out. If you're looking to grow your business, if you want to understand what it takes to scale, or if you just respect what it takes to build something real in this industry, you're going to want to hear this one. Adrian, Arlun, welcome to Blacktop Legends.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
It's our pleasure. So I'm going to jump right in here, and I want to ask you guys if you can take us back to the beginning. What did Burnaby Blacktop look like in the early days when it was just getting off the ground?
Well, I can take you back to that. It was 2010. I didn't know anything about paving at that time. I worked for a tugboat company, and I was on my way to become captain for tugboats. I was 30 years old. There was a big recession in Vancouver, the world, and I got laid off, and I didn't know when I was going to go back. So a good buddy of mine that was in the paving industry said, Adrian, I'll show you how to make some extra cash. We'll go out and we'll seal coat some driveways. So basically what we did was we borrowed my dad's old pickup truck that was sitting on his farm, not really running, got that figured out, bought 3 empty barrels of just barrels, and then we went and filled them up with seal coat. And the idea was to go knock on doors and just start selling seal coats. So that's literally how it started. And I remember knocking that whole day, people asking me, hey, like, why should I do this? And I didn't have all the answers even yet because I was so lean and fresh. But we got one job and we did it. It was a nice old lady, and we basically gave it to her for free at the end. And it got us on the block. We could put up a sign, and it went from there. But that's day one. And then we kept doing that for the summer. And somebody asked for, to fill their pothole before we seal coated. So we started getting little requests for asphalt. So I went and borrowed 15 grand off my dad to buy a dump truck. So we bought a dump truck, and then I borrowed another 1,700 for an old Roscoe roller. And we had to, go pick it up on the island, bring it over. So we had a dump truck and an old roller, and we just kept going with it. And I wasn't getting called back to go to my other job.
Yeah.
And so that's literally the beginning, just me and one other guy. And then we pulled in another guy, and then that guy ended up taking off from me, and he left me with no experience. So I was on my own. He got offered a job somewhere, and I was left with this dump truck and a roller with no experience in paving.
So you had to figure it all out.
I had to figure it all out. So I put some ads online just to hire out dump truck services. And I ended up meeting a fellow that had a paver, and he was looking for an owner operator of a dump truck. So we merged in 2010. That was about 2 months after my first friend showed me. And we created Burnaby Blacktop at that moment. So, and then we did some advertising, got things going, and we started, doing a paving job once a week. And literally Arlun came in a year after that as a laborer. He was, washing dishes at a local restaurant, but I knew he was good at landscaping. So I brought him in, and he could, he got in that skid steer, he got in the Bobcat, he figured out the pavers. So Arlun he was a wizard on the crew. And as we grew the company, we ended up buying out the other partner and brought Arlun in full time about 5 years later. And from there, enabled me to focus on sales. And as fast as I could sell the jobs, Arlen had about a crew of maybe 5 or 6 guys at that time in 2015.
Yeah. Anywhere from 4 to 5, 6, depending on the day. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it started from zero. And my old job called me back maybe 2 years into it. And I was like, you know what? I think we're onto something here. Sorry, I'm not coming back. So
yeah.
But I will say those first 3 years were probably the hardest 3 years of my life. I wanted to quit literally like 100 times. You got a whole bunch of people outside telling you, what are you doing? You don't know this industry.
Criticizing you.
Criticizing you. Your roller doesn't even have vibrate on it. I remember getting blasted for that. Like just, literally starting from zero with no knowledge. So I quickly taught myself through YouTube, friends, reaching out. I was literally up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'd work all day, driving the dump truck, raking, rolling, estimating, invoicing, doing every single job that you possibly could, and just self-taught over the years. And once Arlen came in, it was the perfect combination. He was able to take care of full operations. I could take care of the the estimating crew, and then built it from there. And I think we got about 80 employees now and 9 crews. And we built something absolutely incredible that I never saw in the beginning. And I think our obsession just took over and saw the value we were bringing people and the beautiful work and the feeling you get when you go and you get a call, you head out there, you create a masterpiece for someone, you're proud of it, they get the wow effect, and then on to the next. And it's just like a never ending rush of just making people feel good. So pretty cool. So that's kind of the raw
incredible.
beginning.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that is incredible. Like the fact that you guys started with seal coating driveways. You seal coated that ladies for free just to get your sign out there. And I know how far you guys have come. It's so impressive of where you're at today. And you just mentioned the size of the team and the amount of crews you have. Good for you guys, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I think the blessing in disguise is you not getting called back to your old job. It kind of forced you to keep going, right?
Kept me going. You know what? You're absolutely right. Because that was a good job that I took years to get into, and I would have never quit to start this. So it was a blessing just to get laid off. And one person told me, they said, hey, when one door closes, 2 more open. And it was probably the best thing when I look back that ever happened to me, because not many people will leave a comfortable, well-paying job to go start their own business. So I was very lucky in that sense, for sure.
Another blessing too, just ironic too, when I got the job, when Adrian hired me when I was a laborer, I had previously been handing my resume into this landscape company I was dying to work at. And every Friday I would go there for like probably half a year, hand my resume in. And Adrian hired me, and like a week later, they called me for the first time to come in for an interview. And I'm like, no, I think I'm good. I think I found something now. So it was just a perfect storm there. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Was there a specific moment or a job or a season where things shifted from like we're just getting by to like we're building something real here?
I think when financially, because everybody's doing this to make money as well. I think when we hit that first $1 million, I was like, we're definitely onto something here, and I could see the profitability in it. I could see the joy in not working for someone else. It kind of just all clicked when financially it was working. The work we were producing, people were very happy with. I didn't feel like it was work. I felt like it was a joy to get up and go out there and hustle every day. Like it was just an internal feeling over about maybe a year where I was like, okay, this is something good here. And then I started researching and looking at other paving companies out there and what you can grow into. So I really remember sitting down and I'd be examining and searching all these other big paving companies out there. And I'd take the best thing from each company and I put it into Burnaby Blacktop. Just different things, whether it's a way of marketing, a way of looking, a different equipment, different style of work. And I just amalgamated it all into us. And I just really wanted to strive after that customer satisfaction, which was number one, leave every single customer happy. And that was our mission. Like we were raised in a good family. Our parents have been married over 50 years. We got 9 siblings. And, we're good people that want to give good service, and people can recognize that and they trust that. And it really helps grow and grow and grow the company and the people within it too, including all the people that work here. We've attracted a lot of like-minded people, young generation with families, and they're all excited for the growth. And you know, it doesn't feel like work, which is a beautiful thing. Obviously, there's challenges and there's hard
Sure.
days and all that kind of stuff. But overall, when you're surrounded by really good people that, you're away from your actual family, but you come to this family, my motto's always been, you got to enjoy being around the people that you work with. And, it won't feel like work. So
And you
I
spend a lot of
feel
time with them too.
yeah,
Right.
you spend more time with them than you do with your actual family overall, right? You're working 10, 14, 16-hour days, and it's just a nice feeling to have put that together. It took about 16 years now we're in, and it's taken a lot to get the culture to that level where you're, almost 100% like solid. So
That's awesome.
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And I see like how you guys give back to the employees. I see you got the big holiday party that you guys put a lot of effort into that. Like it looks really good. I'm sure they have a great
Yeah.
time at those types of things and other things you guys do for the employees.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we strive to give back. We love, my wife puts on a lot of big events here, and Christmas events, summer events, individualized, personalized gifts. And we truly do appreciate everybody here. And it's not just employees. They're our friends that we have lifelong friendships with for the next 40 years. So it's nice to share amongst the whole company, 100%.
Yeah, I like how you said you put the customer first and you guys are all about putting out quality work, right? Not everybody thinks that way. There's some contractors out there that might think like not put out as much asphalt and make more profit, but that's not the way you
Yeah.
guys roll. So
No quick buck here. No, we're for the
no,
long. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
awesome.
And to add to that, like you said, like everyone's in business to make money, of course. But if you do what you're saying, the money will come. And it started with that first seal coat job where you gave it to that lady at no charge. Like you were in a situation where you needed to make money and you didn't take it from her, which is amazing. And that's probably where it all started.
Yeah. We didn't take nothing, but let's just give I think it was around a $900 job, and we gave it to her for like $200. So we lost on the job, but same idea. We gave it just to show the quality, because my friend at the time was an expert at it and did beautiful work. And once that was done, it just kind of had the ripple effects. So
Amazing.
you give or you receive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
So you guys are coming on to 16 years. Now, it may seem like a long time, but it's not in necessarily that long, because a lot of companies have been around for like 30 years, 40, 50 years or more, right? You guys built something serious in a relatively short period of time. How did you guys build something this big, this fast? Like,
What would you say, Arlun?
Well, I guess I can kind of remember the moment when you were telling me, Adrian, because I was in the field trying to do a little bit of everything. And Adrian's like, let people learn, let people learn. There's a day where there's got to be more crews and more estimators. And it was kind of just like getting out of the beginning stages of trying to control everything and touch everything and just kind of have a final say on everything. And then it just grew into okay, other people you have to put more responsibility on. Now that guy's the foreman. Now we have two crews. One's a pave crew, one's a prep crew. Before it was one crew did everything. So now we have two crews. And then we're like, okay, well, let's get another crew. And now we got another prep crew. And now we got another pave crew. And now we're up to 9 crews total. So we got 9 foremen. So we got 2 superintendents. And it was just that allowing other people to grow to the next level and hiring the next experts in the business and putting a lot of trust in the right people. We've made mistakes. We've hired the wrong people. They've taken us for curveballs, and that's just the way of business. But you got to put a lot of faith in the people you hire and let them develop and grow. So that's really what helped us expand. It was a bit of a change for my brain because I was a little like to control things, and
Right.
Adrian helped me do that. And we just said, well, if we can get 10 estimators, we'll have 10 crews and we'll be 10 times the size. So that's slowly happened.
So
Yeah,
one estimator feeds each crew with work.
Yeah, I think there's 14 estimators now, and there's
Amazing.
about 80 staff total. That's a bit of office staff in there as well. But yeah, it's pretty awesome right now.
Yeah, I remember the day I drove up to the crew. I'm like, Arlun, what are you still doing in the skid steer? Get out of that skid steer and start planning the next job. It's much more valuable.
Yeah.
Get that next job, and by the end of the day, than you distracted over here. And he's like, but they won't do it as good as me. And I'm like, just let them catch up. So to answer your question, letting people grow, trusting people, you're going to make mistakes along the way. But if you stay stuck, I do know companies here where it's still like, owner operator doing everything. And they can never get past that threshold because they're micromanaging every little thing. And, they end up just, you can't grow that way. So you got to trust people. Yeah. And hire
Exactly.
the right people.
And there's mistakes that happen with doing that, putting trust, but we want to be a reputable company. We're going to repair anything. Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen when you do that, but we just owned those mistakes. We repair those jobs. We make them good, make clients happy, don't leave anyone upset. And honestly, you don't learn if you don't make mistakes. So that's how we got a lot of growth along the way. We've just learned this from the very beginning, no background in this. And just having that mindset helped a lot.
Incredible.
Awesome. And then for someone listening who's never seen your operation up close, I know you guys have 9 crews. How do those crews break up? Are they like paving crews, prep crews? Do you get into concrete work, milling?
There's 3 paving crews, and there's 3 prep crews. Prep is excavation and grade. And then we have 2 milling crews and a crack sealing and a seal coating crew as well. We do a little bit of in-house flagging, but it's nothing. We don't really do the flagging in-house, but
Never let go of that seal coating. We always kept.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the seal
It's not
coating,
out
is
of the
still, are
back
you,
of the-
the seal coating, is it both commercial and residential nowadays, or
both? Yeah.
still
We'll
both?
do
Good
both.
for you guys.
That's where you started.
That's where we started.
Never forget
yeah.
where you started, right?
Yeah. It's not out of the same truck anymore though. Thank God. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, and what does your equipment lineup look like today? Like how important has that been in your ability to grow? I know you guys are always looking for the latest, greatest machinery to up your crews,
Yeah.
but what's that look like today?
I think the equipment's super important. We've always heavily invested into equipment and always gotten the best of the best that we can get. We like to provide state-of-the-art new equipment for our employees. That's a big reason why people like to work here too. They got really nice stuff to work with. We're not cheap with that. And ultimately it produces a better product too. So I think our fleet manager was saying there's about 140 pieces of equipment altogether. So that's trucks, excavators, rollers, trailers, pavers, everything. So we got about 4 mechanics
Yeah.
full time, and we got a big shop warehouse, and we're constantly doing all our own in-house repairs and maintenance, proactive stuff. So it's very important. It's like, that third leg of the company that's just got to be solid all the time, because we aim for no downtime and we're pretty good at it. There was time where, there'd be stuff down and it would affect your jobs, but we got the best fleet manager who keeps the shop rolling, the equipment ready and rocking at all times. I don't remember where we've been down and not been able to do a job for a while now because of that. So it's super important.
That's
to
awesome.
Take it very serious. Yeah.
So you're always maintaining it, upgrading it to newer equipment and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
because, some paving contractors out there, they go the other route. They're like, it's paid off. Let's keep the same stuff for 20 years. It still works, but then you can have downtime and breakdowns and all that and lose money that way. So
That's what you don't want. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Time costs money. So if you do the equation, you figure out that the new one is just going to keep you going as best as possible. So that's what we try to do for the majority of our stuff, for sure.
Right. And then the guys in the field like it too, right? To get the latest equipment
Yeah.
to work with.
For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to have. We've learned our lessons in the earlier days to have spares of things.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
we got extra bobcats, extra rollers, and there's extra pavers as well. So just in case something does happen, you're able to still keep moving. So
You have
on
a-
those
you have a backup.
high
Yeah.
high profile jobs, you're constricted to time limits. So we'll show up with a whole set of extra equipment just in case something goes down. And the clients like that because it won't screw their schedules up. So and usually you don't have to use it, but it's sitting there ready to go just in case. So
That's awesome.
on
So
certain high spec jobs, yeah.
it's right there on the trailer, ready to go if you need to pull it off.
Ready to rock, yeah.
That's
so
cool.
it's nice to have all that. Yeah.
you don't want to line up of 300 tons of asphalt and no working paver on a job like with those standards.
Yeah,
So
now what? Now what do we do?
Yeah.
And it increases your speed too. Like I remember in the early days, we had one skid steer and you're ripping out 30,000 square feet of pavement out of a parking lot. I'm like, Arlun, what if we had two? What if we had three? We could just get it done 3 times quicker. Now I think we got 12 skid steers and then 3 milling machines. The milling machines can just blast it out. So you just get smarter and stronger as you go. So what would take you a whole week to do, you're doing in 3 hours now. So that's just to see the time frame change in production rates is just now I think we're at the highest end. I don't think you could get any quicker and more efficient than we are now, but we're always striving to get there. But we're pretty up there now.
Yeah, the milling machines were a great assistance to our company and what we do, and just serving quick in and out of that style. We were renting a subcontractor down here, and just mind blowing. Like we're going to 10,000 square feet here, milling it out. We're paving it. We're sending the sub to another job, another 8,000 square feet, another city away. He's milling it out, and we're paving 2 jobs of sizable jobs in a day with one crew, and we're like, we need one of those. Like,
Yeah.
and we sat down with Frank at Con Expo in 2020, and he definitely convinced us to get our first miller. So, yeah,
And now that's really worked out for you guys 6 years later here.
I think there was a couple companies actually that kind of followed lead after we
Yeah.
did that of size company, and definitely there's a huge value in being able to do that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Man, kudos to you guys for how far you've come from being criticized in the early days, like with no experience, to like this operation you guys are running today, doing things 3 times faster, having machinery on the sidelines. Really
Yeah.
good stuff.
From the roller that didn't have the vibrator.
That's the one that gets me. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We actually, ironically enough,
It's always in the
that
back
guy
of your
that was-
mind.
that guy that was bashing us, we actually ended up hiring him for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
For when we had all the good equipment.
Yeah.
Probably loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys got like multiple crews, jobs running, things moving, like what's the hardest part of keeping everything operating at such a high level?
Definitely some growth pains there for sure. When you got, and I think when we went from 20 people to 40, you feel that, and it gets a little shaky and quality can go down. You're not controlling it as much. So, and then obviously the 40 to 80 was another big jump. So it just comes down to really controlling the quality and the people. So how would you say that, Arlen, shifting from that, where as we grew to keep the same quality going? Is that basically what your question was? To controlling it still?
Like, what's the hardest part of it all, right? Like, what's the hardest part? Keeping everything operating at such a high level, like with all these
Yeah.
crews, jobs, everything's moving. It's like it's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I would just say a really good organization of the calendar, the jobs, is a huge portion of it. You don't want to book too much where you're being unrealistic. You don't want to book too much where you're just stressing all your employees out and they're getting fatigued and tired and it doesn't make sense. Having good staff, having good staff that are just staying positive and good morale, it's a snowball of things to have a productive week. And yeah, we've learned a lot of hard lessons along the way, fatigued people out, tried to do too much in a day. Yeah, and you learn from those mistakes. But yeah, just planning a really good day, understanding the equipment you have, not leaving crews short of equipment, staffing them appropriately. Uh, it's just, and then yeah, having everyone, the crews bought in on maintenance, them doing their deficiency reports, so they're all going to work with proper stuff the next day. Just really a company culture bought in. It's so many angles. It's the foreman doing his job. It's the foreman talking to the super. It's the super talking with the estimator. It's this pre-site visits. It's your trucking's a huge one. If you're not doing your trucking right, you're not getting things done fast enough. And then it's the balance of not over trucking and not
Right.
losing profits on that job. So, or not over ordering asphalt and do like all those things where so much money can slip out of your fingers real quick. So, just it's a full circle of everyone communicating and everyone doing the jobs right and just communicating. Hey, this isn't working. And okay, how do we make it work? And just little critiques, not coming down on people too hard, but offering advice, asking them what they think they could be better, all that kind of stuff.
Always
So,
improving.
Promoting people from within was a big one too. So,
Yeah.
like, for example, we just promoted somebody within and created an operations manager position where he solely sits down every day and all he looks at is that calendar and schedules maybe 20 jobs a day through 9 different crews. And he's focused and has the time to really allot his time to make sure every crew has their full day every day for, and he's looking months ahead and the day ahead and the week ahead. And all he does, he's like playing chess on this calendar with jobs coming in every day. And he's mixing and matching them. And he's got, 100 jobs he's shuffling around at all times. And when his brain is fully in tune with that, you get a really nice flow.
Right.
And that's one example of keeping it under control and just having that guy dedicated to that instead of just, and then we use a CRM system where the whole company is involved in the CRM system and they all have their own roles and everybody can kind of see everything. And it's everything from the estimate to the invoice, project management, costing. And we've developed that over the last 10 years. So we put a lot into that to make it exactly good for us. So that really helps out. So that would be a huge so organization is a big thing. You got to be organized,
Being
you got to be
organized.
thinking ahead, and you got to have the right people doing the right things to be able to expand with that growth. Otherwise, it just gets messy and you might grow too big and you forgot about that. And now things are not working. So then you got to fill that spot, make it work, and then you grow a little more and then you realize you got to build something new over here and then you grow more and then you're like,
Yeah.
so now we got full-time safety manager. He's just out there every day making sure our crews are safe, the public is safe, our not the equipment necessarily, but like involved in that aspect too, keeping us course certified, which is the highest level of safety you can have in construction. ISN net approved, which is another high standard. So we can go into these heavy industrial sites. We can go into any commercial project. So having that safety aspect is a big one. And then we promoted someone within to become quality manager. So, we realized we need a full-time quality guy out there monitoring the crews, doing pre-job checks, during job checks, after job checks, dealing with customers that might have a complaint, but he's full-time, actively making and tweaking the crew's performance daily. So when you have someone full-time daily making our quality even better, that adds big value. So
That's
as you
awesome.
grow, you need those specialists in every area constantly, like, targeting these areas. Otherwise, they just get left and everything falls apart. So,
Yeah.
and some people don't do it, and then you can't maximize it. You can't be the best at it if you don't have at least one brain focused on it every day, day in, day out.
It's a
Yeah.
full-time job.
Yeah.
It's a full.
Yeah, just having
I like that you
key
guys have
guys.
these dedicated individuals, like the quality control person, and then you have the
Yeah.
safety person, and then you have the individual who does the scheduling, which that's an art in itself to schedule all this work coming through.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got your fleet manager who takes care of the fleet. You got your accounting team that is just dialed in with accounting right to the penny. Then you got your software development team internally that does all your development on all your platforms of software that keeps everyone connected. So we've figured out all the pieces of the puzzle and just put professionals in each place. And that allows you to keep growing because your systems can allow you to.
Exactly.
So nice.
Exactly.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing, having the systems in place is what allows you, because you guys could just focus on growth and development of the company because everything's going to run like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been caught though without systems, and that's where those lessons were learned very
Yeah.
hard.
That's where it hurts
So,
the most.
Yeah, but it just helped us prepare for the future. So a
Yeah.
little
You
bit
create-
of pain.
You find out you have to create them when it's already too late. So then you start creating them,
Yes.
and you're always playing catch up, and you're always growing. So you're always having to keep growing them, and it's
Yep.
hard. It's a balance because you're never there. It's never perfect. You're always
Tweaking
building it and
Evolving.
tweaking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When big decisions need to be made, how do you guys handle that between the two of you in the company?
I would say just a lot of communication. We both like to sit together and talk about things. We can both see different perspectives, different angles of it. We always are calm and, stay, open-minded to each other's views. So, we'll get other advice from other leaders in the company as well. We'll bring them into the conversations and we'll get their ideas and their visions. And it's just nice to not think that you have to make every decision, because you can't make every decision and be right all the time. You have to hear it from other people as well. So it's nice to get a kind of a group conscious on things and then trust other opinions and be like, you know what, let's go for it. Let's try your idea. I might not fully agree with it, but let's do it. Or we talk back and forth and you come to a mutual decision, and you don't always know if it's going to work, but you both know that we're taking a risk and it's a mutual agreement that we're going to do it. And we go from there. We like to think we're going to be right most of the time, but we're not always right. So
We call them calculated risks.
Yeah.
calculate. Yeah.
And we do our absolute best to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
big decisions would just be a lot of good communication, research. Don't make them fast either, is what I've learned. Take
Mhm.
your time, let things sit in, settle, even if it takes 3-4 days, let it digest, and you intuitively do come up with something that you wouldn't have come up with if you make those quick snap decisions. So I always like to give it time and just sleep on it, or just let a week go by, and the universe will have a way of kind of telling you what you need to do. I find works the best for myself. Yeah.
Right.
And like you said, the communication, I guess, you guys bring other leaders in the company into the conversation, and then it just becomes a conversation, and then it just probably just flows right to the answer you're looking for, the decision you guys need to make, and you're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's go time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is exciting too, because it's
Yeah,
just
it is.
new and fun. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of touched on this before, but as the company has grown, how's your role as leaders changed compared to when you first started?
Immensely. We've definitely changed.
Yeah. I know, Arlun, you were on the
Yeah,
skid
like
steer and doing things and then jumped off of there to plan the next day. And
yeah, it was I came in as labor, and then there was you learn things, still learning stuff till this day, but like in those first 5 years you're learning very important things daily. And I just coming, like learning from new foremans, learning from a new guy you hire for cash that day, and he taught you something new, and it just helps you learn the business. But yeah, we've both done it from the bottom. Basically, we've done everything from the bottom to the top. And it's every time you're taking the next step, you're handing off what you've perfected, and now you're moving to the next uncomfortable spot that you have to learn, and you're now getting familiar with the next new thing that you have to learn. Hand off what you love doing or enjoy doing or did very well. And yeah, I don't know if that answers your question totally, but it's just yeah, both of us have gone from shoveling to driving the truck in skid steers, and you've just we were in different periods for longer of time each. But yeah, it's been a journey for sure. I was previously doing operations, doing the calendar for like the last 4 or 5 years, and just recently in December, I handed that off to Graham, which was the next best guy for that job. He very like-minded, had confidence in handing it off to him. There was a bit of a transition period, and I felt very confident that he could take that over. So now we can think about the next thing we're going to do. We're opening the materials division. That's brand new to us. So now we need both of mine and Adrian's brains on this kind of new branch of our company. So yeah, it's just interesting how you kind of create more space for yourself to tackle the next future thing that's innovative, secures work for all your employees. So yeah, it's been a journey for sure.
That's
I
incredible.
think when I was thinking about that question, like how does your role change as a leader? I think it stays the same in the way when I look back in the beginning and now. A leader, I think you have to treat people with respect. And I think we've done that right from the beginning. And it creates a sense of people wanting to be around your company, be around you. And it's genuine respect. You treat people the way you would want to be treated. And there's no superiority here. Like we're all kind of, it feels like on a same playing field. We're all growing the company together. And so I think like our jobs have changed over time with more of the vision and staying out front and building, but in communication with people every day, it's just treating people with respect and being a good human being to people. I find is the best quality a leader can have. Personally, yeah.
I like that. And every interaction I've had with you guys over the years has been so genuine. So I can definitely vouch for that as well. Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
Guys, you guys grown the company, again, I said it earlier, like fairly quickly in terms of like 15, 16 years compared to like other companies that have been around for decades and decades. What do you guys think separates companies that scale like this from the ones that stay stuck? Because there's some that've been around in business as much as you guys have, and they're still stuck at like a lower, like a smaller business,
Or
or some that
longer.
have been doing it for like 30, 40, 50 years and they're still small, right?
I think it comes from the mindset of the owner or the leader of the company, whether they want to grow. First of all, some people just like staying at that level, maybe a crew and they make some good money and that's good. But I personally get a lot of excitement in growing things and building, and there's always something more. So I truly feel like I'm still at day one. I was building something then. And today I'm always looking ahead, like what's next? What's next? Like, how do we make this better? How do we make it bigger? How can we serve more people? And I feel like that intensity, that rush has never gone away. So I think the, the company leader has to kind of have that mindset and that feeling of wanting to do it. And I think myself and Arlen both like to grow, like to take risk, like to take on challenges. And so we push forward, even when some people think, hey, what are you doing? It's too quick, it's too fast. We're always pushing it to the edge, kind of living on the edge.
Yep.
It's a little bit of a scary spot, but like you're always on that edge. And I think it keeps you awake, it keeps you alert, and it keeps you attentive, and it keeps you hungry. And you just like that position for some
Yeah.
reason. And you
Yeah, I
can
think
do
You
it
get
at
a high
every
off of it.
position.
It's like an
I
adrenaline
think
for you guys.
yeah, I
What's
think
that?
if a company was I think if they're in that spot still, I think they're comfortable being there and they don't want, like Adrian said, they don't want to chase the next thing that's uncomfortable, or they want that supervision control. They don't want to let it go of what they have. So
Comfort.
they're keeping themselves stuck intentionally because they have that control. And if they're confused why they're stuck and not growing, it's probably because they're doing too many things and not letting other people grow with it.
Maybe thinking they can do it better than someone else and never letting go because no one can do it the way I can do it type attitude, right?
Micromanaging, it will keep you stuck. Yeah. And people don't
100%.
like to be managed. Yeah.
As business
Yeah.
as business owners, we're all guilty of that. Like we've all done it. I probably still
For
do
sure.
it. I feel like I still do it sometimes, and yeah.
You just
Yeah.
gotta let go.
Really?
Trust in others.
Greg, fix your speaker. Fix your speaker. Wrong button.
Exactly.
But it works. Yeah.
It works.
Whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, as you guys have grown, how important has your online presence become in like how you attract and win work today?
I think it's super important. I remember 16 years ago when we first started, there wasn't a lot of online presence for paving companies here. It wasn't a big thing. And I had a friend of mine that was into digital marketing, and he said, Adrian, I know how to get you number one on Google. I'll do it for free for you. He's like, just pay me once you get there. There's no risk. And I said, sure, go ahead. He's like, once I get you there, $300 a month or something. This is like 16 years ago. So
Yeah.
I just trusted him. And at the time here, there was a lot of old school companies, older generation, that had been around for 30, 40 years. There was no really new, young companies. You just didn't see it. So I said, go for it. And within 2 months, all of a sudden my phone was ringing like 10 times a day. And I was like, holy smokes, Alex, what did you do? Like, this is incredible. And like, that gave us that jump and that boost in the beginning. And I was doing a little bit of other things too. But I learned very quickly that what people visually see of you online, the quality of the product, the quality of the branding, the quality of, whatever you're putting out there has already sold that client 80%. They've already chosen you before they've even called you. They just need you to show up and, give them a quote and do the job now. But so I feel it's very important, and that's why we stay on that. We've never let go of that gas pedal on marketing. We've kept it going. We've done different things, tried all sorts of stuff, on TV, radios, internet, everywhere you can be, we are. And we like to keep it that way because you're just creating a credibility and a trust before the client even meets you. So we believe in it, and we just keep doing it.
Yeah. And then, like you said, by the time they call you, they've already made up their mind pretty much to go with you because they've seen all that branding, all that online presence, and that makes things a lot
Vote
easier.
of confidence. Yeah, you're showing your work off to the world. Puts a vote of confidence that you're confident in what you do as well.
Yeah.
Just showing crew morale, teamwork, all that other stuff that comes with it in every video and clip and all that. So
Yep.
yeah,
And then online reviews and having people talk about the work you put out, that all helps too.
major. Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Those are great. We when we get those, we share that. We have a company chat of all of us in there on WhatsApp, and we post those online. Kudos to the crews that are doing that and getting the 5 stars. So it's awesome.
That's
So you
nice.
thank
That's
your
nice for
team for
them
that
to even
too.
hear, right? To know that.
Yeah.
What's that, Paul?
I'm saying it's nice for your team to like see those and
Yeah.
hear about that. Like it probably makes them feel so good. Then it just makes them want to keep doing. Like they're probably always thinking about that when they're on their job. Like
For sure. And like the clients they're saying the foreman's name. They're saying a couple of the crew people's names in these reviews, and it's just like got to know them at a name level. It's not, we're not just coming in and going hi, goodbye. They're talking, communicating, smiling, happy. You're working at homeowners' properties. Those are typically the most gratefulest ones because they're spending 5, 10 grand, 20 grand on new driveways, depending what it is. All their hard-earned money. It's not just a quick one-off. Like our crews are coming in happy and doing a well-served job, asking about, would you like this here? Would you like that curve there? Just kind of running things off them, not just going in and out. So there's a human touch to it all.
Definitely.
So you guys have been voted the #1 paving contractor in Vancouver many times. What do you think that says about the way you run your business? I know we've talked about that a lot already today, but can you attribute that to, being the #1 paving contractor in Vancouver?
Multiple times. How many years?
Yeah. I think we just hit 10 years, didn't we? Was it
Yep.
10 years this year for voted #1
That's
paving
incredible.
contractor
That's
here?
awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you. I think it just comes down to the original principle that we've always lived by is leaving every customer happy, like no matter what, and even taking those hard cases and turning them around and leaving everybody happy no matter what, even if we have to give more than we think we have to give in the end on those hard ones. But I think the majority of people here are very good clients, and we serve them, and we're here to serve them. So I think putting them first is a big part of that. And, you know, the vote is done anonymously by 3 different entities out there that collect all these. So I was curious how it all came together too. And it's a pretty big deal the way they do it. And we're grateful to have been honored with that because you can't buy that award. It's given to you year after year. So we're a little obsessive with just wanting to continue the service and continue getting them. And it's a nice bonus to have on top of it all, for sure. Yeah.
Well, that says a lot to receive that every year.
Yeah.
So good for you
10
guys.
times?
10 times. Yeah. I think it was a decade this year, if I'm correct.
Wow.
10 in a row.
Yeah.
I love it. Guys, I'm going to ask you guys a bunch of short questions now. You don't have to get deep into each answer, but like just give me whatever comes to mind. Okay?
Okay.
Biggest chaos moment on a job site?
One that just popped in my mind. It was very beginning, old Lee Boy paver that I bought for $4,000 in the beginning. First one. I had 100 tons lined up in trucks on a busy road in Vancouver, and the hopper got stuck up, and I just about lost my mind because it was one of our first larger jobs, and it was just one of those moments. I'm not sure if Arlun was there, but had to pull the paver with a chain. It just shut down. All hydraulics stopped working, pulled it off, and had to hand rake the 100 tons.
What?
So that was one that just popped in my mind, but I'm sure there's lots more. You got one, Arlun?
Can you top that, Arlun?
Chaotic moment. Our paver was stolen.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
man.
Our paver was stolen, and we ended up having no paver for about 2 to 3 months, and so everything was done by hand for 2 to 3 months. We ended up finding where the paver was, and it was a wild police involved, and a scrambling night until 2 a.m. in the morning until we finally got our paver back. So
We had to
that
steal
was-
it back in the end.
yeah,
Man.
when we got it back, but we raked by hand for 3 months solid, and there was like 50, 60 ton jobs,
Wow.
weekly, daily, and it was
Wow. That was labor intensive.
labor intensive couple weeks or a couple months, sorry, and a wild police chase to get that paper back.
My goodness.
Yeah, there's a little more to that, but it's too long to probably talk about.
That,
the
we'll
whole
save
thing.
that for another day, but I'm
Those
sure it
two
sounds
kids-
interesting. Police chasing the paver.
Yeah,
It's on the
Yeah.
news with the
Yeah, yeah.
helicopters.
It was
Okay,
wild.
favorite piece of equipment?
My favorite piece is probably the 2.2 working milling machine. I just love watching that thing in action. Yeah.
Mine would. I do love the milling machines. That is the one machine I didn't get to run, but The Weiler pavers, and Bobcat. Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
longest
A lot
day.
of no.
What's that, Arlen?
Do a lot of damage in both those machines. So
Oh, definitely.
good damage. Good damage.
Longest day you've ever worked.
Say snow removal, probably like close to 2 days in a row, 48 hours.
Wow. Like straight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've at least done 24 or more. Yeah. Straight
Wow.
with no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snow removal will definitely keep you up. Yeah.
So who's
Wow.
more competitive of you two?
Competitive?
Depends what department.
Yeah. I don't find there's a lot of competitiveness.
Against each other or just
Each other or just
maybe.
general?
Yeah.
I
let's
think
say, or just in
it's-
general.
I think we're equally competitive in different styles of work.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I would. Yeah, we kind of both take a different workload on in our staff as well. Yeah,
Okay.
very competitive with just wanting to be better all the time, like focusing inwards on us, just better, better, better.
I would say
improving
we keep
yourself.
each other- We
Yeah.
keep each other competitive.
Like you're competing with yourself. You're always trying to
Yeah,
improve yourself.
all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Make
the time.
yourself better.
Try to keep it an inwards competitiveness and not worry about competitiveness out there too much. Yeah.
It's
That's
it
my
has me
mentality.
thinking that all these, sorry, Paulo, these, a bunch of the podcasts we've done so far have all been brothers. I don't know why, but it's all like, you guys are brothers, we're brothers. The last podcast, they were brothers. The one before that, they were brothers. And it's a good dynamic to see how brothers work in business together, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it works well.
Yeah, there's different things like someone like Adrian's super focused on health and working out and like eating well, and then you see that, and I would say he's competitive within himself on that.
Yes.
But you're like, well, something to learn there. He's feeling good. He's looking good. Okay, I'm gonna start doing
Now
some
I
of
need
that.
to do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So feed off each other.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
I say I'm competitive with myself when I'm on the golf course because like everyone wants to like look at each other's scores, and I don't care about anyone's score. I play by myself. Like even if I'm in a foursome, I'm playing by myself to always better myself. Right?
It's yourself. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, one more. Who's more likely to take a risk?
Probably Adrian.
I'm always down to take a risk. Yeah. A bit of a gambler. Yeah. Not gamble, but I like to risk and try things. Yeah.
Calculated risks. You're
Yeah.
in, right?
I think I help calculate them a little bit though too.
So
Yeah.
Adrian says, I'll do the risk. And then Arlen's saying, okay, let me calculate that if it's,
Yeah. It's a twist with each other. Again, it's
Yep.
feeding off each other.
Yeah.
But I would say Adrian definitely more so. Yeah.
got it. So thank you for that. Just wrapping up here, you guys have built something strong already. When you look ahead, what are you really trying to build with Burnaby Blacktop long term? Where do you see the company going?
I would say the more and more we do this with opening a materials division now, acquiring industrial land, all that kind of stuff, really growing our roots here now and being able to stay here the next 40 years, we're looking to just more be one of the most eco-friendly, recyclable places you can be, whether that's asphalt, gravels, equipment. We're
Well-
looking further ahead at just being good for the environment, good for the communities, and doing large business in the materials and the paving at the same time. So I think there's a lot of room to grow there, and there's a lot of ways to do that. So we're starting to get a little bit of a taste of that, where we're just thinking very eco-minded now, and being good on the environment and good for our kids and grandkids, basically. So that's kind of the angle we're going.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for that. And thank you, gentlemen, for your time today. This was an awesome episode. I think we learned a lot here in terms of like, it's not just laying down blacktop. There's a ton of work that goes on in the background, which you guys explained, and the art of owning a paving company and make it operate at the level you guys do. So thank you for your time. Thank you for this. And we're looking forward to sharing this with the asphalt industry.
Yeah, thank you. And I wanted to say thank you to you guys for inviting us too. It's an honor to be invited by you guys. We followed you guys a long time now, and we love what you're doing. And I love specifically that you've chosen just to work with paving companies, because I'm sure as an online marketer, you get asked to do all sorts of different things, but you guys chose paving and asphalt. So I admire that you guys have that discipline to do the best at one thing, which
Thank
is
you.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Thank you. Totally appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, we say it all the time. We work with asphalt contractors every day and we absolutely love it. And sometimes people are like, would you work with anyone else? No, we don't. We just focus on asphalt.
I
We
probably
have a-
turn down like 2 or 3 companies a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're
Well,
not.
that's admirable.
and we know what to do to serve those companies. It's just like, no, we're focused on asphalt. Every meeting that hits my calendar is asphalt, paving or maintenance or something in the industry. So
Yeah, that's
That's
great.
awesome.
Well, good for you guys.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Arlun. All
Thank
the
you,
best
guys.
this upcoming season. And we'll talk soon, okay? Take
Thanks,
care, gentlemen.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.